Hello everyone, it's Reagan, and for the month of June I decided to go vegan. I had this whole video series planned out, but anyways, ended up being really busy and it kind of didn't happen. But I still thought I would sit down and kind of talk in an overview about, well, what it was like, I suppose. To be honest, it was actually a lot easier than I thought it was going to be. But for a little bit of background, I have been vegetarian for like a year and a half, and I was cutting out like meats for like 6 months prior to actually going vegetarian. So I definitely wasn't going from like a standard American diet straight into this. But there was definitely some things I found interesting. Like, for example, when I went vegetarian, I realized how few dishes don't have like meat or fish in them. You can get it without it, which is fine, but it amazed me how much like the main focus of like every meal was that, which I thought was interesting. Going vegan, I realized how little option there was in terms of eating out. Like, you can eat out, but there's a lot of exceptions. Like, this month I had absolutely no issue, making my own food and like meal prepping. That I actually had a lot of fun with. I got to try out a lot of new recipes. I made a butternut squash, like mac and cheese. It kind of forced me to cook and make things more and kind of find alternative things that I felt like eating. Like the mac and cheese, for example, or like pizza. In terms of like at home, I really had absolutely no issue with it because I already make my own food anyway. And then all I was really doing was just choosing different recipes, which I actually had a lot of fun with. Like this morning, I made some vegan pancakes and they were so good. I was so happy. Okay, off topic, really off topic. I guess in terms of like how I felt, honestly, I didn't feel any different. I mean, there was like 1 or 2 days in the beginning where I felt extremely bloated and like very uncomfortable, but honestly that went away after 2 days and it just didn't come back. So honestly, I don't even know if it was the change in diet or if it was like I was sick or something. I realized how few people in my life are vegan, and the answer is none of them. So I actually ended up making a separate Instagram account just to follow a bunch of, vegan accounts and have like an entire, what's it called, recommended page of like vegan eats and vegan news articles, blah blah. And honestly, I found that helped a lot, not in terms of like, oh, I need support, but in terms of like, it was very inspiring, like seeing what they were eating, and I don't know, it was just awesome. I think that was actually one of the things I did right in this kind of challenge I put myself to. Now, the reason I actually did this challenge was because I've always been interested in a vegan diet, but it didn't really feel obtainable to me when I went vegetarian. Just because I was living at home and it's easier to take meat out of something than it is to kind of exclude all dairy and exclude eggs and everything like that. So I decided that with me going off to college in, oh god, now a month, that this was kind of like the perfect time to see if I would want to continue this. I guess just experiment with it, have a little trial run beforehand, and in the end I decided I do want to try to be vegan in school. That being said, I don't know, I have the meal plan because I'm living in a dorm. I don't know at all what's in their meal plan, like whatsoever. So I'm gonna really hope there's vegan options. This could not work out very well, but I'm gonna try my best. I also kind of like came to the conclusion, like with like makeup and such, because I like makeup, there are more brands that are vegan and cruelty free than I thought there were, but they just don't put it on their packaging, which was nice. But yeah, no, in terms of like the food, it really wasn't that much of an issue if I was the one making it, and my grocery bills definitely went down. I mean, I think I was always told like, oh, being vegan is expensive, and honestly, it's not if you're making your own food, but it is if you're eating out. Because like the kind of vegan restaurants out there are going to be more expensive than the, for example, the chains. But that being said, if you're just making it at home, beans cost less than meat. So, but it also just depends on how much you eat out, which I don't. But yeah, I guess if you have any like vegan tips, I would love to hear them. If you had a similar experience, or you decide not to go vegan or something, I would love to hear about it. I mean, personally, the reason that I've always been interested in a vegan diet was I remember I watched along the same lines of What the Health, because I recently watched that, but it was like along that line of, I can't remember what it was now, but anyway, it was something like that, and I remember going, oh, I don't really want to be, I was like, that kind of inspired me to start with looking at vegan vegetarian diets. Also, I love my dog very much. I got my dog when I was 13, and you know, I went to some educational farms in like elementary school because it was something we did as like a field trip and such. And I remember this very distinctly, this one memory where they had sold one of, like, I remember going there and going, oh, where's Betsy? I completely forgot the cow's name. But yeah, I remember asking, you know, oh, they're like, oh, we sold her to a farm. And I remember just being so devastated. And again, I was like under 10. And they're like, oh no, just a dairy farm. And they, you know, they're one of the dairy cows, not, you know, the ones for beef. And then I got my dog, which kind of reminded me of this, where I was spending so much time with my dog, and I was like sitting there going, why am I treating you differently than this animal over there? And then I watched Oksha, which I actually really like that movie. I recommend that movie. That had me in tears by the end. But I guess if you're thinking about maybe going vegan, or trying it out, or even just doing like, what is it, Meatless Monday? I'd say go for it, you know? Maybe watch some movies on it, be educated on the matter. It doesn't hurt to try. And so, I'm so sorry for how rambling this video was. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, you might like some of my other videos, so you can click over here, just go on my channel. Or I guess if you're feeling a little bit brave, you could just click subscribe. Which I'm sure you know how to do. If you like this video, and you maybe want to see more videos like this, just give it a thumbs up so that I know to kind of go in that direction. And so, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful week.